Throughout history, women have left their mark in society, including right here in Miami, where trailblazing women such as Mary Brickell, Julia Tuttle, Roxy O'Neill Bolton, and Marjorie Stoneman Douglas have been memorialized in street names and buildings for their accomplishments. For the last 34 years, Miami-Dade Parks has honored the achievements of countless women leaders who have impacted South Florida. Their achievements enhance the quality of life for our community. This year's honorees are leaders in government.
Having the privilege and the honor of being able to serve as a county commissioner for the community where I was born and raised allows me to move every single day with incredible intention and purpose, because I am able to affect change, positive change for the community that I love, where I was born and raised, and where we're now raising our young children.
Port of Miami is a vital economic engine here in Miami-Dade County. Globally, Port Miami is known as the cruise capital of the world and the global cargo gateway. I started my career at Port Miami 30 years ago while I was an intern in college. When I graduated, I was blessed to be offered a full-time job at the port. And never did I imagine that 30 years later, I would still be at the port as the port director, as the first female port director.
Miami-Dade TPO is proud to partner with Miami-Dade County Parks, and we recently collaborated 2 programs together, Miami-Dade TPO Smart Step program with Miami-Dade County's Safe Routes to Parks program, where we have similar joint initiatives to expand walkability and build safer infrastructure for pedestrian and bicyclists, and not just expand the amenities in the park, but invest in the transportation network so that everyone, regardless of where you live in Miami-Dade County, has safe access and safe routes to parks.
They are leaders of corporations and entrepreneurs.
And I think I have a very clear purpose. And I know that I'm not just creating a company that's gonna go national, where Half Moon Empanadas will be in every airport of this country, but we are making the difference in the lives of many, many, many people. Today, my company has 95% of our team are women, minority, and that's what drives me, and I think that is why I do it from the heart.
I've been in a number of industries. I've been in banking twice, in airlines twice, in media for quite a bit of time, and now in healthcare. I think one of the pivotal moments in my career was when a gentleman that was one of my customers at United Airlines said, it would be very helpful if you make a list of what are your non-negotiables. And when you do that, and you define what your non-negotiables are, from both a personal as well as a professional level, a lot of clarity will come to your decisions.
I am most proud of helping to shine a light on the fact that Miami-Dade County and South Florida has all the elements to become a thriving tech hub. This provides another launchpad of innovation for entrepreneurs to build and scale their businesses, which in turn provides so much opportunity. It provides economic impact, and it helps us as a community build in a very diverse and inclusive way.
I would tell young women that the sports industry is not for the faint of heart. There's a lot of competition, but if you have the persistence, if you have the drive, the ambition, part of my success was being thick-skinned. If you have all of those things, you're thorough, you're prepared, you work hard, I think the world is your oyster. And I would say that it's worth all of the hard work that I've put into it.
They are educators and communicators.
I'm proud of many things in my career, but I think the most significant thing that I've accomplished in my career is my communications during a crisis. I've been here in the county since 1989, and I had the opportunity to do crisis communications for Hurricane Andrew. I've also had an opportunity to do crisis communications for Hurricane Irma, and also during the Zika challenge that we faced in 2016.
We get to see children grow from their first diagnosis into adulthood and get to be part of their family as they go through that journey. As an educator, I've also touched hundreds and hundreds of students' lives, and so many of them, dozens, have gone on to successful careers in the field of autism. And so I feel I'm leaving a legacy in the field of autism with the students that I've mentored.
They are artists, philanthropists, and humanitarians.
And I credit my success to many moving parts. Definitely perseverance, believing in what you do, relationships in our industry. You have to have, and you have to get those relationships going. I mean, I met people 20 years ago that I'm doing business with now. And for the new generation, you have to believe in what you do, in a sense that if there's a project that you believe in, and and it's a different opinion from other people in your company, you gotta stick with it, always with respect.
We are a group of dynamic women here in South Florida that are faith-based. We serve in the community all the way from Palm Beach down to Miami-Dade. We serve the unhoused, the teen moms, we do community events, anything we can get into involved in the community.
Leading community engagement for Amazon here in South Florida, we are driven by a desire that customers, one of our guiding principles is that we are customer obsessed. Just like we're customer obsessed, we're equally community obsessed, especially in the places where our customers live. So ever since day one that I started this position, I am dedicated to providing back and working with hyper-local community nonprofits and organizations in South Florida and making Miami a better and kinder and more sustainable place to live.
They are women who promote equity and protect our environment.
I'd like to think that one of my proudest accomplishments has been the establishment of the Young Pillar Scholarship. Throughout this whole process, we were honoring what we call community pillars. Those community pillars were people who we call unsung heroes and sheroes. And they're often doing things in the community and nobody ever knows that they're doing them. So they're kind of like in the background. So we brought them to the forefront.
For me, I'm really motivated by a deep and abiding love for the natural world, for nature, for all the creatures and critters and all the different ways that they make their way in the world. And Miami, of course, has a very unique and fragile ecosystem, from our coral reefs to the Everglades and the wetlands. And we have over a dozen threatened and endangered species that call Miami-Dade home.